EGM Network.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Whatever with Lou Navarro, the podcast where we talk about anything that can benefit the community. Today, we are unlocking your inner warrior. Now, listen, this episode just may change how you walk down the street, literally. We are talking about something super, super important: the power to protect, personal defense, and how to stay aware, how to protect yourself, and walk down the street with confidence, and maybe, just maybe, look like a total ninja while doing it. just teasing. I'm here today with Scott Redfield. He's a local personal defense trainer who will be sharing with us a lot of simple techniques, tips, and knowledge on how to get out of that situation should you have to defend yourself. So welcome to my podcast, Scott.
Thank you, Lou. It's a pleasure to be here.
But before we get into it, personal defense, for those who don't know me, let me introduce myself. I am Lou Navarro. I am your host and a local real estate professional and trusted advisor who help people like you to make your dreams come true, to becoming a homeowners or investors. I would love for you to connect with me on my social media and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can keep up to date. I am always posting new content about how to navigate through the real estate process. You can find me as Lou Navarro, the realtor. So, Scott, I have a quick question for you before we get into it, right?
Sure.
And are you the guy? Are you the guy, if you were a movie character, that will always survive?
Absolutely, yes.
Yay! But let's get into it. So, a lot of people think self-defense, and they just, they just think about fighting or about karate chops, or even Bruce Lee moves. What's your take in personal defense? What's personal defense really about?
Okay, so I teach something totally unique. You give me 5 hours, you walk out of my studio totally lethal. This is what we face today. 40% of the women that were killed in 2020 were killed by husbands and boyfriends, domestic violence.
Wow.
A 12-year-old girl is worth $300,000 in the human trafficking market.
Wow.
Well, she will work 7 days a week and service, on average, 20 guys a day.
Oh, shoot.
That also means there's 20 guys a day that are willing to spend money to literally rape a 12 or 13-year-old. 100% preventable. 1 in 2 women will be stalked. We used to use a figure of 1 in 5, but with social media and the internet, that drops down to 1 in 2. By the time a woman hits age 26, she will be sexually assaulted. 100%.
That is really scary.
Scary. Let me give you 2 other statistics. By the time a girl hits age 6, 30% will be touched in an inappropriate way by someone they know and trust. That's all they're exposed to. At 12, that number goes up to 65%. Again, 100% preventable.
Wow. So personal defense itself, what is exactly? How would you define it for anybody?
Okay. The ability to walk out of any situation that's threatening. Personal defense is a nice word. It's a polite word. A 10-year-old girl can't bob, weave, block, and parry. She has to take out her threat in under a second.
Okay. All right. So it's about being safe.
Yes.
Literally. All right. So let's make this a little bit interactive. So I'm walking alone at night. What are 3 quick things our listeners can or should always do?
My first question is, why are you walking alone at night? Bad idea.
Yeah.
So,
but a lot of people think that they're invincible.
They do. And it happens in Vero Beach. We've had all kinds of problems in the past 6 months with people walking dogs past midnight. This just isn't good common sense. You need to be aware of your surroundings all the time. We call that condition yellow, hyper awareness. Number 2, if you're going to walk at night, I would attack any woman by herself, no questions asked. If she's with a friend, she's bulletproof. She's too much trouble. So that's the second thing you can do to safeguard yourself.
Walk with somebody.
Yeah, be with someone. The attacker is lazy. He wants a sure thing. He doesn't want trouble. The more trouble you cause, the more you're going to be left alone.
Especially those that walk the dog, but they are literally looking at the phone.
Thank you very much. That's my third point. You should not use your cell phone in public. A bad guy looks at anybody with a cell phone and knows they are distracted and an easy target.
Interesting. So, so self-defense really starts before anything physical ever happened, correct?
Absolutely.
All right. Is a way to train your mind. It's a mindset game, really.
Very good. Yes, very, very good.
Right.
The first thing I teach in a class is how to tell good people from bad people the instant you meet them. You learn a defensive pose and you learn your first strike. And you cannot be defeated with just those 3 items.
Yeah, and you always have to trust your gut.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So so you were talking about the statistics and you mentioned about kids. So anybody, kids, adults, seniors, or even people with disability can be trained?
I've trained people in wheelchairs.
Mm-hmm.
The oldest person I trained was 88 years old. We're perceived as easier targets, easier victims as we age. We're more financially stable.
Yeah.
We're easier to physically defeat if you're not trained.
Yeah, one that, like my mom, right? I always fight with her because she go to the supermarket, she never find her wallet, or she never find the credit card, and then she opens all that stuff there, and people are watching, right?
Absolutely. The number one place where victims are picked out is the place where you feel safest, the supermarket.
Yeah. So what would you say to somebody that might say, I wish I would have taken a self-defense class?
That's pretty weak wish if you haven't done it. We're right on 14th Avenue. It's 5 fun hours. It's like learning magic tricks.
Yeah.
And once you're trained, that's not just a gift you've given yourself. You're going to see where your kids are at risk, where your sisters are at risk, especially, we've got an 18-year-old that goes to college and she has her first taste of freedom. She's not accountable to anybody at night. Bad situation to be in.
I remember when my son, my youngest, when started walking to the school, So I remember I always used to tell him, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of your surroundings. So the first time he went by himself, I let him go, and then I
Followed him.
follow him. And
That's
then,
a good mama.
And then it's funny because he came back home the day and at the afternoon. He said to me, "Mom, do you think that I didn't see you? I saw you. You were walking, checking me out." I said, "Well, I want to make sure that you were doing what I told you, right?"
And that's a heightened state of awareness.
Yeah.
That's great.
So can you talk about a little bit more about what is a defense mindset?
Sure. You can walk with a conditioned yellow attitude. You're not on your cell phone. Your shoulders are squared. You're going
I'm trying
straight
to
ahead.
do it as you talk.
You look confident.
Uh-huh.
When you pass someone, eye contact, a nod. The one thing you've done is you've destroyed their anonymity. Bad guys don't want to be looked at. They don't want to have the possibility of being recognized.
So you have to walk with confidence.
Without a cell phone.
Without a cell phone, with a good posture.
Yes.
And then look at in the eyes.
Yes.
And what was the other thing that you said?
So a bad guy is busy shopping for a victim.
Yeah.
If you do those things, he's going to think, no, they know something. They've been trained. They might have a concealed carry. I'm going to pick an easier victim.
So it should be safe to say that every time that you go out, you should talk to yourself and say, I'm not the one. I'm not the one that's going to be put in this position.
So when you leave your office, you're safe in your office, usually.
Mm-hmm.
When you go out those doors, you're at risk. You're at risk from the time you leave those doors to the time you get your car. As a realtor, your mind is firing away on your next appointment. You're tempted to call on your cell phone to confirm things. Don't do any of that. Scan the sidewalk. If you feel threatened at all, go back inside.
Yeah.
Ask someone inside to walk you to your car. You're safe if you're with someone else.
Yeah, well, I tend not to stay by myself at the office.
Good.
When everybody leaves, if somebody's leaving and I'm the last one, I say, wait for me, I'll go with you.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we're going to be taking a break, and I'll be right back with Scott with more tips. See you in a bit.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs, and all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal Coastal Living, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're also the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Pollywood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a spring sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of brand name closeouts and sale items. And visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
What's on your list? Ice cream? Laughing so hard it hurts? The way the sun feels on your face? For one child, a simple list of brilliant things becomes a lifeline, a way to bring hope to his mother, and maybe to himself. Every brilliant thing is a funny, heartfelt journey through life's ups and downs, where you help tell the story. Now playing on the Waxlack stage at the beautiful Riverside Theater. Get your tickets now at the box office or riversidetheater.com.
Are you becoming a realtor, contractor, mold remediator, guardian? In the state of Florida, these and many other industries require a Level 2 live scan background check for clearance to work in your industry. A1A Fingerprints is your certified live scan source from Broward to Brevard. And if you're a medical provider, you need to be registered on the ACA web portal. A1A Fingerprints will help you navigate and comply with the law. Call 772-494-6556 or visit a1afingerprints.com. A1A Fingerprints.
So we're back, and I'm pretty sure that everybody's like, oh my God, for real, this is very powerful what we're talking about today with Scott. So I thank you again, Scott, for taking the time to come over here. I want to ask you, let's say that I am in that situation and I start to run. Is that safe to do? Because a lot of people, that's what the first thing they're going to try to do.
That's instinctive. It's the wrong thing to do. If you feel you're at risk, face your attacker, put both hands in the air, because this protects your entire body. Go submissive and say, please don't hurt me. If he comes to you after you've done that, he deserves everything that you do to him.
So it really, if you do get physical, can you try to walk us through the simple sample,
Absolutely. The first move that I teach, I just described to you. Someone's coming towards you, you feel threatened. You want to determine if he's a bad guy or a good guy. You put both hands in the air and go submissive and say, please don't hurt me. If he keeps coming, I promise you, he is horrible. You're a woman, he's a man. You don't want to swap fluids with anyone. You inherit their viral history.
Yeah.
When you're in this position, if he steps towards you or if he tries to hit you, go directly for the eyes, not a little bit. Bury your fingers in his eyes. It takes less than a half a second. He has no idea it's coming, and he is finished. He's on the ground. He has no control of his body. You have the ability to walk away.
All right. So now we're going to talk something very touchy for me.
Sure.
I'm a realtor, so
Yes.
we are extremely exposed to the public. And so, I personally trying to never do open house by myself and stuff like that. But, what's your take? What advice would you give to realtors?
So as a realtor, you have a glamour photo on a bunch of different websites.
I know.
Looking absolutely your best. I actually stalked you this morning for 5 minutes.
Oh, shoot.
All right. This is what I found out about you in 5 minutes. You work for Remax. I have a headshot of you. I know where your area of expertise is. I know where your office is. I then went to the Indian River County Property Appraiser's office. I found your house.
Wow.
I found your address. I found your husband's name.
Wow.
I know how many square feet are in your house, and I have the floor plan. Because I know you're a realtor, if I go to your site, you announce many, many things, like where the next open house is. So
Yeah.
I know that I can meet you anytime, and you'll have no idea who I am. I know what your sales are. I can figure your commissions. I know what your house is worth. So you are an interesting target just in terms of payoff. Now, there's a lot of things that you can do about that. The number one thing an attacker looks for is hair, long hair. If I grab a handful of your hair, I control your body.
Should I cut my hair now?
No. Crew cuts and sneakers, right? No. When I described what happens when you're threatened, your hair is behind your hands. You're safe.
Okay.
But
All right.
the important thing is to be aware
Yeah.
that you need to protect or keep your hair away from an attacker.
Wow. So what about so again, this is not about being in shape, athletic, or anything like that. It's just about knowing what to do in a situation and be prepared, right?
You're right. It's an education. I'll give you an example. I trained a family. The family had a 10-year-old preteen. She weighed 60 pounds. She had a 14-year-old sister and a 17-year-old sister. Daddy is 6'3", 230 pounds, and Daddy thinks it's okay to wrestle with his daughters. So wrong on so many different levels.
Of course.
I trained the three of them, and I got a phone call from the mom 2 weeks later, 60 pounds, 10 years old, put her daddy down, end of problem.
Wow.
He knows if he gets within arm's length of her, he's at risk. And she automatic commission.
Wow, wow, wow.
So what I teach, you don't need athleticism, you don't need size, you don't need strength, you need knowledge.
Okay. All right. Let's do something fun. All right.
Sure.
So I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to just give me a quick answer, right? So what's the best move to escaping when somebody grab your wrist?
Okay, one wrist or two wrists?
Well, give both. I don't know.
Okay.
You took me out of...
So if both wrists are locked, we have 4 ways to get out of that.
Okay.
They're simple. The first thing I talk about is verbal judo.
Right.
It's generally a domestic violence situation.
Mm-hmm.
And you just say, honey, I love you so much. This is so silly. Let me make you a nice steak tonight, a little strawberry shortcake. And remember, he's furious, you're furious, but you're a female. So you're smart. You're talking your way out of it. That's just one way. If none of the things that I teach you work, all you do is bring your hands up like you were going to rub your tummy and take the face. You cannot hold someone by the wrist. It's a bad position to be in. The attacker, there's just so many ways to take the attacker out.
What's the biggest myth about self-defense?
Biggest myth about self-defense is that it's self-defense. It's what I teach, quite frankly, is not defense. That 60-pound 10-year-old against a 200-pound father, she can't bob, weave, block. She needs to take him out. The moves that I teach take less than a second. If a guy attacks you with a knife, it's over in a second. You're going home, him, not so much.
Oh, my God. And what's the most important thing to remember?
Okay. You need to have situational awareness always.
Mm-hmm.
That way you'll spot the problem before it happens. The moves that I teach really fall into place if you blow situational awareness and you're being attacked. And you just
so it's basically, your safety is the most important thing, and you really need to concentrate and
Absolutely.
have that mindset.
And don't get involved in a fight if you can get away from it. If you can talk your way out of it, just
all right.
It's not worth it.
It's not about fighting. It's about being safe.
It's about getting home.
All right. It's about getting home. Well, thank you so much. I love every single detail and explanation you gave us. You guys go and check it out. Trust me, it's empowering. And hey, you never know when you will need to channel these techniques and become like your own superhero, right? So, Scott, thank you so much for hanging here with me today. Tell me about where they can find you. And I know you have a class coming up, so just touch on that.
This Saturday. So the first thing I want to say is when you get trained, you do that for your entire family. You will share with them what you learn. We're located right on 14th Avenue, downtown Vero, across from Dale Sorensen Real Estate. You can reach me by cell phone. My personal number is 772-532-9277. Walk into my studio. I will demonstrate stuff to you for free, and it's so empowering.
All right, folks. Stay safe, stay smart, and remember, confidence is the first line of defense.
Yes.
That you are worth protecting yourself. You don't need to be a black belt. Just say no, set your boundaries, and walk away strong. Empowerment is a skill just like anything else. So connect with me in my social media. I will catch with you on my next episode, wherever with Lou Navarro. Y recuerda, yo hablo tu idioma. Chao, chao.
Ciao, ciao.